Hello, my name is Greg Harradine. I'm a composer, and welcome to another episode of Good Art, Bad Art, the show where I discuss various pieces of music, could be a song, an album, composition, and I share my thoughts on whether it's good art or bad art. This is about you as well, so please let me know in the comments if you think I've got this right or wrong. Yeah, because on this episode I'll be talking about one of my favourite songs actually, Jolene by Dolly Parton. And I love it, as many of us do, and I'll try to explain why. Because sometimes it's hard to put into words, isn't it? Why do we love a particular song? It could almost be ineffable, but I'll do my best, and maybe you'll have some points as well. So here we go, a little bit of background first. So this song was released in 1973, yes, as a single on her album. Also entitled Jolene, which came out the following year, 1974, produced by Bob Ferguson, and it's a very, very popular song. I don't need to tell you this. On Rolling Stone's 2021 list of the 500 greatest songs of all time, where did this come? Number 63. Pretty good. The 63rd best song ever. On their 2024 list of the 200 best country music songs, this came number one, the top spot, yeah? According to Dolly Parton, this song was inspired by a red-headed bank clerk who flirted with her husband about the time they got married. Her husband is called Carl Dean. I find it funny how that rhymes with Jolene. Jolene was flirting with Carl Dean. Anyway, that's the inspiration, apparently. Dolly Parton's also said, just by the way, that she wrote this on the same day she wrote I Will Always Love You. I mean, how amazing is that? Just to pump out hits, 2 hits in a single day. Anyway, one of the great things about this piece is its instrumentation. Yeah, this song, its instrumentation, it's just so well done. Yeah, and it's very subtle. Of course, we have a couple of guitars, we have Dolly Parton's incredible voice with the subtle vocal harmonies from time to time, pedal steel guitar, some fiddle coming in. But it's all done with absolute expert touch. Yeah, the guitar parts are fantastic. You know, these guitars were played not by Dolly Parton on the recording, although she is a very fine guitarist. They were played by Chip Young and Wayne Moss. And Chip Young got that distinctive fingerpicking part. Really great fingerpicking pattern. Apparently, he got it from a similar pattern from someone called Joe South. The names of all these guys, Chip Young, Joe South, Wayne Moss, they're just so American, aren't they? Monosyllabic first name and surname. Hilarious. Anyway, really great guitar work. And yes, the fiddle and the pedal steel combine so beautifully in these kind of mysterious, alluring little phrases that come in from time to time in between the vocal lines. So well done. And listen closely. I listened closely to this song 9 or 10 times this morning. Each time I could hear just something extra, some tiny quiet bit of fiddle I hadn't noticed the previous time. There's even piano in this song. Could you tell? I didn't tell till just recently. There's some very quiet piano, panned hard left. Really great. Great percussion as well, subtle drums and bass. It's just put together so fantastically. And the music rises and falls, like it should, right? These are real players playing real instruments, doing it in the studio, and the music is full of these little crescendos and diminuendos. Yeah, so then the same music just sounds a little different because it's very repetitive. It is a very repetitive song. Yeah, but it takes us on this journey. I see it as a kind of siren song. Yeah, both Dolly Parton's vocals and the musicians are sort of like a siren. We can't help but be allured by this amazing music. It pulls us in. The vocals, let's get on to those. Isn't Dolly Parton just a master at this sort of thing? Beautiful singing, beautiful vocal line. Quite simple, really, the pattern. But she is a consummate storyteller. And she has little things she does, like she just subtly, sometimes she gets to a final note of a phrase and she lets her voice just drop down a little bit. She sings off the bottom of the note, drops a little lower, just slightly. Yeah, and so well done. people can overdo this massively, and if it's overdone, it's just not nice, is it? It's off-putting, I think, but she does it beautifully. The vocal harmony is very well judged from time to time. Usually vocal harmonies are often in sort of thirds or sixths. There is a bit of that, but she often ends on a fifth or a fourth, leaving a more primal harmony, a more open harmony there. The harmony of the song, it's in C sharp minor. It only features 3 chords. It's a 3-chord song. Yeah, it's not quite 2 chords like maybe Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, which is pretty much 2 chords, maybe 3. But 3 chords, C sharp minor, E major, B major. Yeah, sometimes the B major has a D sharp in the bass. Yes, okay, but still, 3 chords. And it's the same chord pattern really in the verse and the chorus. How do they do it? How does Dolly Parton make it such a great song? The vocals in the verses, the vocals go up and down. The vocal pattern is up and down, covering about a fifth, an interval of a fifth. Yeah. In the chorus, that widens to an octave. So it's very much up and down, like hopes, the hopes of the protagonist, right? This woman, the story of the song. She doesn't want her husband to be lured away by this Jolene, right? This Jezebel. Maybe as she's singing higher, there's the hope, oh, maybe I'll get him back. But then as the vocals go down, no, I don't know about this. Jolene has got a hold over my husband. Begging. Yeah, it's kind of, you could say it's pathetic to have to beg. You know, why is this lady begging for her husband back? I mean, if the husband wants to go off with Jolene, you could say good riddance to you. But no, it's quite touching. Quite touching. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. That colour green, of course, envy, jealousy. I like the lyrics, great. They're simple, but they're very effective. And nothing like a repeated word. How many times is the word Jolene repeated? 31 times is the answer in this song. It's a very euphonious word, right? Jolene. It's a nice sounding word. It wouldn't have worked so well with, Sheila, would it? Or, I don't know, Susan, should we say? Jolene. Jolene is very nice. And it's had such a massive cultural influence, hasn't it? It's been covered so many times because people love it. The White Stripes, Beyonce, Olivia Newton-John. It's been featured in a Simpsons episode. There was Lurleen. Remember that Simpsons episode called Colonel Homer? There was this Dolly Parton Lurleen character. Anyway, just a fantastic song. I'll give you my score. My score out of 100 is 91. A fantastic song, Jolene. Let me know what you think in the comments. I've been Greg Harradine. Goodbye.